Mix 106.3. Music that makes you move.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kind of dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, the years start coming.
The shape of an L? An L on her forehead. That'll be Lorenzo. Guaranteed.
It's dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You'll never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. And all that is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold. It's a cool place, and they say it gets colder. You're leveled up now, wait till you get older. But the media men beg to differ, judging by the hole in the satellite picture. The ice we skate is getting pretty thin. The water's getting warm, so you might as well swim. My world's on fire, how about yours? That's the way I like it and I'll never get bored. Hey now, you're an all-star, get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star, get the show on, get paid. All that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold. Go for the moon. Go for the moon. For the moon. Hey now, you're an all-star, get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star, get the show on, get paid. And all that glitters is gold, only shooting stars. Somebody once asked, could I spare some change? Well, gas, I need to get myself away from this place. I said, yeah, what a concept. I could use a little fuel myself, and we could all use a little change. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Back to the rules and I'll hit the ground running. Did it make sense not to live for fun? Your brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You'll never know if you don't go. No, you'll never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star, get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star, get the show on, get paid. And all that glitters is gold, only shooting stars break the mold. And all that glitters is gold, only shooting stars break the mold.
The Wilco Show with Courts is back for you next here at Mix 106.3. You took the words right out of my mouth back this afternoon. And also, they want you to continue the discussion they started up yesterday about sequences of numbers. Is there a sequence of numbers that has an importance in your life? This comes after a baby was born on the 7th of the 11th at 7:11 p.m, weighing 7 pounds 11 ounces. Crazy. Ridiculous. Amazing. 7-Eleven, as a result, actually put up a college fund for them, I believe. But is there a sequence of numbers that has a strong relevance for you? Check that out on the Facebook page and check out the Wilco Show with Courts next at Mix.
It feels like home. It feels like your community. Canberra. It feels good. Connect with everything happening in the capital. The ActuAGL.
7-Eleven. 7-Eleven, I think that's in there, isn't it? Isn't that in what I did? On Steamboat Geezer? 7 plus 11 is 18. Where's that from though? What's that from? Was it 7 days and 11 hours? I think it was. The last interval for Steamboat Geezer, I think it was the same as what they just said, 7-11. Yeah, it was, because I was thinking 7-Eleven. I remember making that little quick connection to 7-Eleven service stations. Yeah, I did. Yeah, it is there. Because it's not just that, it's also the 6:12. It erupted at 6:12, and it took me a while to realize that 6 plus 12 equals 18. And that's what I was talking about. 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18. 3 sixes. And I was sort of talking about that before the last eruption because I tried to predict them, and I haven't got one right yet, and I don't really expect to because I'm trying to get it exactly on. I got the right date twice, but that's all, and I haven't got the right time yet. Sequences in nature, random synchronicity, whatever you want to call it. It's all really weird, eh? That was weird, what they just said about that baby. That would definitely flip your mind, man. If you were the parent. You'd be like, what the? What the? Definitely what the? And it's like, What about injustice? Man's inhumanity to man. Injustice. Some people say it's justice when someone gets punished for a crime. But what if the punishment is excessive and becomes torture by any definition? Torture. What then? Then what is the justice that becomes in itself injustice? So injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Does the world, the universe, respond to injustice? Is there like a force like karma that responds when there is great injustice? When someone is treated, see, you can commit a crime and be guilty of a crime, and you can say, yeah, I did it, I'm sorry, and you might have genuine remorse. You might not, or you might, and you might be like, some people do things and they can't really explain why they did them. It's like, well, I just did it, and they regret it, and it's like, I don't know why I did it, but I did it, and they admit it. Yi-Ming Yuan strikes me as someone who has he's admitted what he did, he's taken responsibility, and the government of Singapore, their justice system has decided to torture him, to make an example out of him, because they've judged him as being someone who deserves to suffer to the extreme. At the end of the day, he's a drug addict. He's done some naughty things. He's done things that deserve punishment. I'm not saying he should be allowed to go unpunished, but that is far from the case. Far, far, far from the case. Torture is not punishment. Anyone who confuses torture with punishment, well, I just hope they don't go around cheering all the soldiers who gave up their lives to die in World War II against Hitler. At the end of the day, the problem with Hitler was he was a monster and a torturer and a killer. The Nazis did not have a problem with torturing and killing people, and fundamentally that's what people said was wrong with them. And they invaded everyone and wanted to take over the world as well. But really, it's the whole torture killing thing that bothers people about whether you're talking Hitler and the Nazis or ISIS or whoever. That should be what bothers people. If it's not, it should be what bothers. Human rights are being violated everywhere. It's happening all over the place. This young guy, Yi-Ming Yuan, is one of many. One of many. Suffering torture instead of punishment. Being made an example to put fear into people so others will not commit a crime. So it's easier for the government to police the state, because the risk of getting caught is so terrifying, so scary, that no one's going to take that risk. So it saves the government money. They don't need as many police because no one's going to commit a crime, I suppose. But then again, I guess it's always a popular move in any conservative state to have more police. So it's not to save money. It's not to minimize the police force. You'll find places that have really harsh penalties also have a lot of police. They're police states. Western countries, allegedly our soldiers died, gave up their lives, sacrificed everything so that freedom could be saved, preserved, safeguarded. Whatever you want to put it, however you want to put it. Freedom could be safeguarded and preserved. Allegedly. I don't think it's being preserved. I don't think freedom is being preserved at all. I think it's become a word, the most commonly used word of propaganda, actually. Molecules of freedom. That's the latest Donald Trump thing, is molecules of freedom. Well, let's hope Julian Assange has got some molecules of freedom in his lungs. So, you know, spending the rest of his life in jail for exposing what he exposed, he might feel free if he's got molecules of freedom in his lungs. You know what? Climate change is actually happening, you know. Human rights violations are happening all over the place. The USA is the world's policeman. Oh no, they're not anymore. They were, they weren't, they are, they're not. What are they? They're becoming the superpower that just turns a blind eye to human rights violations that are happening everywhere. Everywhere. This guy copped it especially bad. Drug addict. He was not a drug importer. These people that say he deserved the death penalty, sitting back in their armchairs in Western countries saying, I've got no sympathy for him. He broke the law. He did it with eyes wide open. He deserves what he gets. Yes, he did break the law. Yes, he is a criminal. Yes, he did deserve to be punished. He admitted that. But he did not deserve to be tortured. Nobody deserves to be tortured. And when the West forgets that, something very bad happens. Wars, the loss, the sacrifice, it's not a small thing. It's blood, it's bad, it's blood, it's death, it's carnage. All that for nothing, because people forget. They forget what it was about. They forget what freedom means. It's not about propaganda. It means safeguarding human rights. That's what it is. That's what freedom is. It is working hard to safeguard human rights. It's not propaganda. It's not a word of cheap propaganda to be thrown around by climate change deniers like Donald Trump and his administration. They are the most powerful country in the world, the USA. Land of the free. Steenberg Giza, it's telling us something. There it is, 7 plus 11 equals 18. 3 6s, 612. The last eruption happened at 6:12 Mountain Daylight Time, Thursday, 18th of July 2019. The interval was 7 days, 11 hours, 4 minutes. It's telling us something. I thought maybe this might be going to happen next, or maybe this is going to happen next. I wouldn't have a clue. I'm just guessing. Are you? Well, I think I am. We can catch up next Thursday at 1 p.m. William's message. Who is William? William is one of 3. 3 is what? A powerful number. So is 5. 5 5s are 25. 5 5s are 25. This Thursday is the 25th of July. The last time the Steenberg Giza erupted on the 25th was April, Anzac Day. The day we remember the war dead. It was a Thursday. Hey, I didn't even connect that. This eruption, the next one, is going to be number 61 of the current active phase of Steenberg Giza. See, the first time it went off on the 25th day of the month, it was Christmas Day. 6/9, the 6th of September, the 6th of the 9th. Who is William? He's the boy born on that date. Who's Jayton? He's the boy whose name has a value of 46. Demas equals 46. Twins. No, triplets, because William is their brother. Triplets. Not twins, triplets. You see?
Take a load off, baby. Right along, right on me. I picked up my bags. I'm waiting, looking for a place to hide. When I saw old Coleman and the devil walking side by side, I said, hey, come on, let's go downtown. She said, I've got to go, but my friend, he can stick around. Take a load off, Benny. Take a load for free. Take a load off, Benny. Hey, put the load right on me. Why don't you go down, Miss Moses? Ain't nothing you can say. It's just old Luke. Luke is waiting on the judgment day. Hey, Luke, my friend, what about young Anna Lee? Said, do me a favor, boy, won't you stay and keep Anna Lee company? Take a load off, Benny. Take a load for free. Take a load off, Benny. Hey, put the load right on me. Yeah, crazy just to follow me, and it caught me in the fall. He said, I see you're right, they could take on Jack, my dog. But I said, no, wait a minute, Chester, no, I'm a peaceful man. He said, that's okay, just feed it when you can. Take a load off, Benny. Take a load for free. Take a load off, Benny. Hey, put the load right on me. Come on, I catch a cannonball that'll take me down the line. My bag's sinking low. I do believe it's time to get back to Miss Fanny. You know she's the only one who saved me here with her regards for everyone. But take a load off, Fanny. I take a load for free. I take a load off, Fanny. Right on me.
This is the Wilco Show with Courts, driving home at Canberra's Mix 106.3. Mostly sunny tomorrow for the capital, 13 the top. Before 4 today, we're going to play Power Bill Bingo. You can win yourself a brand new panel heater valued at over $400. We give away a number to mark off each day. Once you have all the numbers you need to match the amount of your bill, our first caller through wins. Yesterday,
Numbers.
Domain Home Appliances, the shop that saves you money.
The world's shortest IQ test is coming up for you, mate.
When you say coming up, you mean now?
We're doing it right
Oh, God.
now.
I'm so
it's coming
nervous.
up after I tell you a bit about it. So it's only 3 questions. But fewer than 1 in 5 people can answer all 3 correctly.
So I'm just going to get 0 for 3.
It's-
I'm no good at tests. Why would you make me do this?
It's called the Cognitive Reflection Test. It's from a 2005 paper by MIT.
Oh, well, I don't even know what that stands for.
All right.
Technology? Something?
Is it?
Do you want me to do are we doing a test?
We're doing a test.
Okay, so
I've
three
got the
questions.
3 questions on the shortest IQ test to see if you're a dum-dum or not.
All right, if you're in the car. This is just for me, guys. If you don't get them right, that doesn't mean you're a dum-dum. It just means Wilco is. Okay?
Hey, I'm a dum-dum.
Okay.
I'll start by saying that.
Okay. All right. Give me with the first question.
Okay.
Oh, please no math.
A bat and a ball cost $1.10 in total. The bat costs $1 more than the ball. How much does the ball cost?
Well, this is a trick question, isn't it? A bat and a ball together cost $1.10.
$1.10.
And the bat costs $1 more than the ball.
Than the ball.
No, don't wink at me. Why are you winking
I
at me?
didn't do that on purpose. My eye just sort of shut.
This is great radio. Okay, so
Give it a go.
naturally my instinct would be to say that the bat costs $1
And
and
so
the ball costs 10 cents.
Yeah.
And that's wrong, isn't it? Of course it is. Because this feels like a trick. This is all a trick. Because I'm stupid.
Well, that is the standard question, but it is in fact 5 cents.
Why?
I read the equation. I still don't really get it.
I don't get it. Okay, all right, so I failed one. Great.
2.
Let's move this
If it
humiliating
takes-
train along.
If it takes 5 machines 5 minutes to make 5 widgets, how long would it take 100 machines to make 100 widgets?
Five machines, 5 minutes to make 5 widgets.
Yeah, so...
Well, again, how long would it take to make 100 with the same amount of machines?
Yeah, so if it takes 5 machines,
I don't
5
know.
minutes to make 5 widgets,
If anyone can
how
help me
long
out,
would it take 100 machines to make 100 widgets?
I'm gonna cheat. Hey Warren from Jarrah, how you doing? Hey Warren, are you calling to help?
Yeah, I can solve the bat and ball problem for you.
Oh well, no, we've moved on from that one. I got it wrong, Warren.
Rightio.
Okay, no, solve it for us.
Well, if the ball was 10 cents, then the bat would only be 90 cents more than it. So it's 5 cents because the bat's $1.05, which makes $1.10.
Yeah, I read that and I couldn't really...
Oh, so Warren, it's pretty easy for you? Hey Warren, Courts is going to give you another question.
Do the widget one then.
Courts is going to give you another
Warren.
question.
Okay.
Go.
If it takes 5 machines 5 minutes to make 5 widgets, how long would it take 100 machines to make 100 widgets?
1 minute.
No.
Oh, this is great.
No, so sorry, Warren. I mean, smart for a second, but not for 2.
Hello, Mix. Who's this?
Hello, my name is Jan. I'd like to answer the question, please.
Well, you can. There's no prize, but go for it.
5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes. How? I don't get it. Okay,
right,
well, we're
everyone-
on to number 3 then.
Everyone just stand by there because I'm going to need your help for the third
Yeah.
question.
Okay, 3. In a lake, there is a patch of lily pads. Every day, the patch doubles in size. If it takes 48 days for the patch to cover the entire lake, how long would it take for the patch to cover half of the lake? Oh, you're not even going to try?
No, why would I stop listening? Hello, Mix 106.3. Who's this?
Hi, Dominique.
Hey, Dominique. How you doing?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Yeah, well, not great.
Did you hear
Dominique.
Did you hear the question about the lily pads?
Yeah, I did. So interesting. My husband and I did this morning, and he's a real smart ass.
So can you help me out, Dominique?
Well, I can, but you've got to give it half a shot.
Just say a number, mate.
30.
Yeah, nah, you're wrong. Go on, Dominique.
So the answer is 47 days, because if every day it doubles, the day before 48, it will double.
Oh, it'll double
God,
again.
I hate this.
Oh, God, I hate it so
I am
much.
happy to be a dum-dum. I don't care.
Did you?
Can I just say I only got one of those questions right?
Oh, we got 0.
Yeah, well, we got 0, Dominic, so you're still absolutely killing it in life compared to us.
Oh,
But I love the show family for helping.
thank you so
Thanks,
much.
guys. Because otherwise, I don't know what I'd do here for 5 minutes, just sitting here feeling stupid and red-faced. Stephen Tyler at Mix.
Right now, nothing else matters. You and me and the Georgia.
Georgia. I was thinking 48. 16 times 3 is 48 because it was on 7948 back in the other car park. 5 5s are 25, 2.5 up at top. Coincidence. I think I'm better at coincidence than solving problems, mathematical problems. I think definitely. I was never good at maths at school. Synchronicity, it's a different thing altogether. Some people say it's crap. I know it isn't crap, but to actually calculate something, to work out something based on coincidence is basically impossible. So that's why I've simplified it. I thought, well, I wouldn't have a clue what's going on. 5 5s are 25. We're talking the 25th of July. Steamboat Geezer does have a habit of doing interesting stuff. I've noticed that. There are patterns there. But to make a prediction, like I guess what do I say? Anticipate a pattern. Well, that's nearly impossible. Well, I guess almost everyone would agree it is impossible. Because the patterns that are in nature are just crazy. But I've got one little advantage, and that is the dream, where William said we can catch up next Thursday at 1 p.m. So this coming Thursday, today is Tuesday, this coming Thursday is the 25th of July, so today's the 23rd. I've got that one little thing, that one little clue, that one little thing I can go with, a dream, where William said to me we can catch up next Thursday at 1 p.m. and it was definitely those words. So then it's just a case of which Thursday and 1 p.m. where. Is it 1 p.m. in Canberra or is it 1 p.m. in Wyoming? Is it even connected to Steamboat Geezer or is it connected to a hurricane? Well, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't have a clue, but the first thought I had was relating to this coming Thursday, because that's the last eruption and the last interval, the last two eruptions, I guess, and the interval in between. The upcoming eruption will be number 61 of the current active phase, number 29 of 2019. That was my first thought. Hey, maybe it'll be like this. And then I changed it to this the other night. I wouldn't have a clue if one is more true than the other, or if neither are true and it's something else, but I like to have a crack, have a go and see what happens, because at least if you have a go, you have a go. And why have I connected it to this young man? And why have I said I'm naughty? I'm the naughty man, Satan. Because that's how he's being treated. Demonized and judged as Satan. He's demonized and judged by religion. You don't do to a person, to a human being, what they did to this guy. And if you want proof of what they did to this guy, just check out his butt. Check out the scars on his butt. There's all the proof you need. There is proof. It's what they did to his butt. See, if you punish someone, you don't leave scars, physical or mental, deliberately. I can guarantee you, he's got scars, physical and mental. It's not punishment, that's torture. Torture is torture. It's somebody showing power, somebody demonstrating their power to put fear into the people. That is the opposite of freedom. It's the complete, total opposite of freedom. It's a huge threat to freedom. Every government that goes down this path, Singapore's been doing this for a long time. It doesn't mean it's okay. They have to understand that torture is not punishment. Putting the fear of God into people has nothing to do with the love of God. It's the total opposite. That's why I'm the naughty man, Satan. Bad boy equals 49. 16 is the age of the triplets. 16 times 3, it's in here. 16 times 3 is 48. So it was 16 degrees, it still is. 16 degrees, 16 times 3 is 48. 7949, it was 7948. And then 48 came up on the last question of the quiz. The IQ quiz, the world's shortest IQ test. I've got an IQ. Foxtel. Lets me record heaps of stuff. It's not why I found out about him. What's disturbing to me, there was some news stories came out in January about what this young man, Yi Ming Yuan, was sentenced to. There was one news story in February and then silence. Stone cold silence ever since then. It's troubling. It's like the government can just disappear somebody completely and utterly. They just vanish off the face of the earth and everyone's okay with it. I'm not okay with it. Sorry, I'm just not. I'm not okay with it. I think it's wrong. Not just a bit wrong.
Show dates and information. Go to pinkfloydexperience.com.
Hi, I'm Ross Miller, the General Manager of St George Bank.
Studios. Train in a motivating team environment with...
No apologies, twist in your word and your policies. We're not a scene. It's the past of the past.